For 16 years, I believed my name was Elias Ward, a Romanian orphan adopted by a kind American couple. That was the story I told everyone, and the only one I ever knew, until 2 Interpol agents knocked on my door and told me it was all a lie. Wherever you're watching from, I'd love for you to listen closely, because this isn't just a story about a missing heir. It's about a man buried beneath lies, who clawed his way back to the truth. The older agent, Samuel Trent, placed a photo on the table between us. A man with silver hair standing before a glass mansion framed by snow-covered peaks. "Do you recognize this man?" he asked. I didn't, but something inside me twisted, like a long-forgotten memory fighting to resurface. "That's Victor Reinhardt," Trent said softly. "Your biological father. You were kidnapped from Switzerland in 1987. Your real name is Adrian Victor Reinhardt." My heart stopped. The air thickened around me, and my world, every piece of it, shattered. I wasn't who I thought I was. I wasn't an orphan. I was a missing heir. The second agent, Mara Kincaid, opened a folder and turned her laptop toward me. On the screen was a document showing an untouched Swiss bank account. 95 million francs, she said. "It's yours. The couple who raised you, the Wards, have been stealing from it for years. Every scar, every night I'd gone hungry, every time I was told I wasn't worth the air I breathed. It all made sense now. They hadn't saved me. They'd sold me." Agent Trent leaned back, his voice lowering. "Your kidnapping wasn't random. It was arranged by your uncle, Leonard Reinhardt." The name burned through my chest. I remembered those initials, LR, stamped on envelopes Gareth Ward used to hide. Leonard, my father's brother, had orchestrated everything. He made it look like I died in an avalanche on a family trip. Then he faked Romanian orphan records and arranged for an adoption overseas. Swiss inheritance law stated that if I died before turning 30, my fortune would transfer directly to him. All he had to do was keep me hidden long enough, or make me vanish when the time came. I was 6 months away from my 30th birthday. Life in the Ward household had always been a quiet kind of hell. Gareth, my adoptive father, ruled through violence. Elaine, his wife, through silence. I slept in an attic above the garage, no heat, no comfort, no safety. Elaine called it building character. Gareth called it discipline. I wasn't allowed in certain rooms. I wasn't allowed to eat until their son, Caleb, was finished. I wasn't allowed to ask questions, especially about where I came from. The one time I did, Gareth smashed a plate across my head. Sometimes I dreamt of a woman's voice, soft and melodic, speaking a language that wrapped around me like warmth. I didn't understand it, but I always woke up crying. 3 weeks ago, my boss, Mr. Halden, asked if I'd help him with a trade show in Toronto. I needed a passport. At the post office, Mrs. Calloway, the clerk, studied my documents with a frown. "These seals don't match the official format," she said. "And this orphanage, it closed in 1984. That single phone call she made just to confirm a record set off the chain reaction that changed everything. That night, Gareth stormed into my room, reeking of bourbon. "You talk to her again," he said, gripping my shirt, "and you'll regret it." But it was already too late. Her inquiry flagged my file. Interpol's facial recognition matched me to a missing Swiss child, Adrian Reinhardt. The Wards began to panic. Elaine made late-night calls I wasn't supposed to hear. Once, I caught her whispering, "It'll look natural. He's depressed anyway." Even Caleb laughed about it when he was drunk. "You're worth more dead, you know? The money pays out when you're gone." That night, I decided I wouldn't die their way. At 2 a.m, I picked the lock to Gareth's office with a forked tine. Inside, I found the truth. Fake birth records, Swiss financial transfers, and a letter from Leonard Reinhardt himself. "Once the boy reaches 30, finalize the matter." Quietly, my hands trembled as I copied everything onto a USB drive, slipped it into my sock, and fled into the dark. By dawn, I was standing on Mrs. Calloway's porch, shaking, breathless. She opened the door without a word, as if she'd been waiting. "I called them," she said. "They're on their way." At sunrise, the Ward's home was surrounded. Gareth stumbled into the yard in his undershirt, yelling about rights. Elaine tried to flash fake documents, but Agent Kincaid shut her down. "Those are forgeries," she said coldly. "You're under arrest for kidnapping and attempted murder." From Mrs. Calloway's window, I watched it all. The house I'd been trapped in, the people who'd owned my name and body, crumble beneath the weight of the truth. During interrogation, Elaine broke. Her voice trembled. "Leonard told us it was for the boy's good," she said. "He said his father was dead, his mother insane. He paid us to keep him hidden. When he turned 30, it would all be over." They showed her a grainy video from 1987. A little boy in a red coat, holding a woman's hand, walking away from chaos in the snow. The boy was me. Elaine's face collapsed. "He told us the child wasn't family anymore," she whispered. "He said no one would ever come looking." Hours later, I spoke to my real father for the first time, Victor Reinhardt, live from Zurich. His voice shook. "My son," he said, tears in his eyes. "I never stopped searching. Not one day." Leonard was arrested that same morning at Zurich airport, caught with forged passports and stolen bonds. 2 weeks later, I stood before my real home, the Reinhardt estate, surrounded by the Swiss Alps. My father led me through its marble halls until we reached a blue door. "Your mother never stopped believing," he said. "She kept this room waiting for you." Inside was everything I dreamed of. Books, toys, even a small violin gleaming with dust. My mother had died still believing I'd come home. The world devoured the story. Missing heir found alive after 26 years. Leonard was sentenced to life in a Swiss prison. The Wards received the same. Caleb turned witness and got 15 years. For months I couldn't sleep. Freedom felt too big, too unreal. Dr. Marion Holt, my therapist, told me something that stuck. "They didn't steal your worth, Adrian. They just buried it. You're the one who dug it back up." She was right. Now I walk the mountain trails near the estate each morning. The same air my mother once breathed filling my lungs. I'm studying economics at the University of Zurich, rebuilding the legacy they tried to erase. Sometimes I wake still thinking I'm in that freezing attic, trapped beneath the weight of lies. Then I open my eyes to the dawn spilling across the Alps, and I remember who I am. Adrian Victor Reinhardt, son of Victor and Helena Reinhardt, the boy who was stolen and found his way home. They tried to erase me. They failed, because I survived. And survival, I've learned, is the loudest revenge of all. This story was more than fiction. It was truth rediscovered. Show your support by liking the video, sharing it, and subscribing for more real stories that will keep you thinking.